Well, good morning and welcome everybody. This is the Air Restore Saturday morning webinar. It is the 8th of April already and it is turning spring. Right now today I have a lawnmower running outside my window, so I apologize if you're hearing lawn mowing sounds, and if you're living up in Minnesota, I'm laughing because I'm sure you're not listening to lawnmowers yet. The spring is really getting here quickly. And all over the country, people are starting to make plans about what they're going to do. Kind of interesting. We had a very good end of the month. And I'm kind of give everybody a status report of how it went, and where it went, and what's going on. But first, I'd like to introduce all the people that I have on my Saturday morning panel here. And Sherry, I'll start with you. Introduce yourself.
I'm Sherry from New Jersey, enjoying the bright sunny day.
All right, so are we. Rick? I don't know, you may be muted. Let me see. Oh yeah, he's on an Easter egg hunt with his group down, and so he probably will not appear. How about you, Ken?
I'm not on an Easter egg hunt. Rick is in Missouri, yep. And of course it's a beautiful day here in Spring Branch.
Welcome, Ken. And John and Barb?
John and Barb, Oaklawn, Illinois. It's a beautiful day here. We're expecting almost to 70.
Hey, and I see we have joining us Charlie?
Hi, everybody. Charlie Chan from California. Early in the morning, 7.
All right, so it's a little early. All right. How about David Ball?
Welcome from Arkansas. And we're excited. It's supposed to be up almost to 80 degrees today. And Eric, I'm so sorry. I have no way to ship that to you.
Caesar.
Good morning, everyone. Cesar Vinson here in Houston, Texas. It's very sunny. As you can see, I'm outside. Windy, perfect weather.
Okay. Well, it certainly is windy there. And Lori, Dave and Lori?
I'm Lori. Dave's not here yet. He'll be here next week, though.
All right.
It'll be nice and sunny here, too. Beautiful.
And Rick, I see you managed to get yourself unmuted again. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. It's Rick Stein in beautiful Fair Grove, Missouri, and we're getting warm pretty fast.
All right. That's all good news. Well, all right, then. If I can get you, Rick, to mute. You've got a lot of wind noise right where you're at. Your hair is blowing pretty good. All right. Thank you much. Well, Eric, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi there, Eric Converse up here in Minneapolis.
Okay. Well, Eric, we had a pretty good end of the month. I just thought what we could do today is start out and just let everybody know that things have gone on rather well. Last Saturday, we were talking about the month that theoretically ended because it was already the first. But as everybody knows, months that end on Friday nights kind of slip over until Monday. And so we really had a pretty good end of the month. It was very busy. When you guys got back into the office on Monday morning, I know that you had a backlog of work. We had a very, very solid day. But it gave us a chance to go back and just kind of review the month in total about some of the things that happened and give us some perspective on what needs to be done yet. So we had a good month, didn't we? I mean, we really had a lot of things that we had to try to get done. Some of them were kind of on the impossible side, and yet we did them pretty well. Starting out last month, we were still split between Minnesota and Tennessee. And right. We're now moved down, and I think we've got a system put pretty well together so that the communication between Minnesota and Tennessee has now gotten pretty good. And what are you feeling about it, and how are you seeing it going?
Yeah, it's gone a lot smoother than I thought, actually, and everyone who is calling in kind of understands where we're at, and the having the capability to take orders through Square is really sped things up, and so really it's gone as smooth as possible, I think.
Well, it has down here. We have a post office down here because, as you know, Greenville post office is not very big, and yet so now all of a sudden we have become one of their more major customers to the point now where they are now getting ready to start picking up twice a day from us, and that's pretty nice to be able to do. It's my sense that we're really getting, if the orders get in and we get them in the morning or came in the night before, that they will go out that next day. We have been continuing to build inventory. We're continuing to be sure that we have whatever product is needed. And one of the things that I've noticed that it really helps us do is that we can shift in midday to a new product. So if all of a sudden, for some reason, everybody in the organization decides to switch over and order wall plug units instead of corded units, we can still adapt down here in Greenville and fill that need. And the result is that I think that almost everything is either going out the same day or it's going out the day right after that. In the next morning. And Dave Ball, I think that you can probably give a little testimonial here as to the fact that we are pretty well caught up. Share with people your little experience.
Oh, this was a really good experience. We had a new dealer signed up last Monday at her home on her computer, and the product, her dealer kit, was shipped out on Tuesday and received on Friday at the Benton Post Office, Benton, Arkansas. So that's only 3 days in shipment, and that is awesome. The post office misplaced it, and we kept calling, and I talked to Michaela, and she was checking. And so yesterday we went to the post office, got the tracking number. They found that the post office had made a oops. They had put it in the wrong box and misplaced it, and they found it, and we got it and found out it was shipped in 3 days. That's tremendous.
I'm hearing that really pretty much all over. Charlie Tan, I know you're on. I'm not sure how long it's taking things to get to the other end of the country, but I know that it is better than when we were trying to ship from Minnesota. We almost seem to like we at least pick up a day, and I think that as we get busier and being able to control the inventory that we have, we're going to be able to do better than that. So, are you getting? How is the shipments coming to you?
Yeah, it's also about between the weeks. So sometimes you get lucky, like Dave was saying, about 3-4 days. Mm-hmm. And if not, I think it's normally about 4 or 5 days. So yep. so the shipment is everybody's happy about the shipment line right now.
Well, it is important to us because we are trying to keep inventory down. The whole thing that we did with the marketing plan was really, in a way, to try to be sure that people did not end up building big inventories, because when people build big inventories and then something happens, there is a tendency for people to want to discount the inventory they've got rather than sell it and then just move it right through. So the whole purpose, the whole thing is the whole philosophy is to be able to keep ahead on the inventory. And eventually, as we get just a little bit bigger, have a couple places where we can reduce the shipping time from. We're not there yet, but we are moving in that direction. Shortening that pipeline is absolutely essential for keeping everybody moving in the same direction, and keep that sense of energy. I was talking with Bob Colasanti last night, and as you know, Bob's been around the organization for a while, and you would think he would be kind of immune to the excitement of mailbox money. But all of a sudden, he's now getting his mailbox money checks, and he's going, wow, I forgot how good that felt to be able to get it. And he's got somebody that's gotten 2 of them already, and they earned an R3, I believe, last month. And so, that's pretty good. That's pretty exciting, because last month was actually a startup month that we really expected to have a lot more problems than we had. The computer system has moved. We now, I think, have got most of the pages changed. Eric, I know we've still got a lot to do. Put a percentage change on where are we at in getting all of the pages and documentation on the website changed over. We still got a ways to go, I know.
Well, I don't think we have that much further to go. To be honest, we've got the corporate documents page has all been updated. We do need to get the things back up again, like a manual and presentation book and those kinds of things. So those we're still working on, but there shouldn't be a whole lot of misinformation on there.
Okay, well, you're better off than I thought, and that's good news because I know that you've been managing in that, and it's been a full-time kind of a crash thing that you've had to try to get through, and especially when we're also working on some new documents that we're going to be talking about a little later. We still have an issue because, as we talked about, we still do not have the shopping cart up and running. We've been frustrated. It is still a major point of frustration. It's receiving all of Ivan's and my time now to get that up, and we still believe that we are going to get it up in time. In the meantime, it's working well, and people do have the choice of PayPal. They've got the choice of PayPal, and what I'm seeing is people are using the PayPal for the bigger packages, where some of the older people that we have in the organization are coming back. They've tried the new product. They've tried the elements for the first time. They're seeing that they're really liking them. And so what they're doing is that they're going after the 4-pack and a few 8-packs in general. And I see that oftentimes they'll put that on PayPal as opposed to trying to put it on a credit card. And that makes good business sense because with the PayPal credit, you get 6 months with the interest free. And it really, you can really afford to be able to do that. So as I say, we have moved everything down here. Our production staff is continuing to grow as we bring people back to work. Our goal is to be able to have a seamless end of the month, and we had our first seamless end of the month, even though we had a pretty good Monday the following the actual end of the month, and the orders all went out. I don't believe there was any delay whatsoever. I know that we really are continuing to see more and more people sending in units to be upgraded, either to enhanced units or at least going in and repairing them. One change that we have made is that we are now with the elements. Every time we get a unit in that has an unidentified fan in it, we are now starting to change the fan out. And that is something that we discovered that we had not been doing in the past, and so we are doing that now. Even if the fan seems to be perfectly good, if we get it back in here, we are going to be replacing it. It seems like that it's just one more step that we could do to be sure that when people have product, it is good product, and that's something that's absolutely essential to us. So, Eric, I thought that one of the things that we accomplished today was that you and Charlie and Sherry kind of went together, and we've got rehashed that new single-page presentation. Let me see if I can get it up here, and let's just talk about that a little bit. Oops. So let's just kind of talk about what you did. You want to walk through it a little bit and just talk about, we did look at the presentation, and maybe you and Charlie and Sherry can just talk about some of the changes that have been made and some of the things that we're still doing. I noticed one thing right off the bat. You flipped it upside down. Right.
I did turn around. This is really Charlie and Sherry's document, and we just made it pretty. Not that it wasn't pretty before. But and we did turn it around so that you're working from preferred customer all the way to master manager. And we just tried to clarify some of the verbiage that we use, and tried to make it basically it's just a real simple go-to to figure out what people need to do to get to a position, and then what they need to do to get paid at that position. So Charlie's probably better at kind of walking through
Okay.
Well,
try
what's
to-
on here exactly, but just having it in one page was kind of the idea.
Charlie, let's talk about it a little bit because I know that you've been using it and making some presentations. Talk about what you see that it's doing for you, or walk people through it, whatever you'd like.
Oh, okay. Let me see. The second is it called row or column?
Dealer first, Charlie.
On the dealer on here, say no personal purchase required for 130 or 65 mailbox money program. Dealer does not earn commission. That words not too good. It sounds like dealer cannot earn commission.
That's been taken off, Charlie. This is one version old. So the one that's on the site does not have that on there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, let's just talk a little bit about how this is working out for you. Turning it upside down, of course, makes more sense because now you start out with people that are just beginning, and you just walk them through the document and let them grow as they walk through the document. And when you've got it on one page, give me an idea. How long does it really take to go through? Are you using it in meetings? Are you using it on one-on-ones? How are you using it?
This one usually I'm using it for existing dealers, and I can use it for one-on-one. One-on-one is pretty simple. I'm not going to go all the way up to the order manager level. Mainly is to get up to the sales manager level. That's it on a brand new people.
Okay.
On a one-on-one, Bill, actually, I have experienced this. You finish this actually in 10 minutes. We don't really have to go into the details, but at least they have a bird's eye view of the entire marketing plan. And this is really great, what Eric did, start with the preferred customer going upwards. I think that makes more sense.
Well, we are, it really, I'm sure it really does help that way. And starting people out preferred customer, if I could just comment on that preferred customer, we're seeing more and more preferred customers coming in and more checks going out in that way. I'm not sure that we've got a preferred customer that has earned his reward for a referral yet. But I expect that that's going to happen this month. People that I've talked to kind of like the idea of that preferred customer, and so as we work through the document, it's pretty self-explanatory on here. But I think we really hit all of the key phrases. The one thing that we are doing is that Sherry and Charlie and Eric have been working to establish a common terminology that we're going to use, and because everybody keeps using overrides and bonuses and commissions and so forth, and it really is confusing unless we all use the same one. So when we finally publish this, whatever it is, let's all try to use that same one so that we know what it is that we are talking about, and that just from a communication thing really helps. Any of the other panelists actually have tried to use it yet?
I used it Thursday night, actually. No, yeah, Thursday night. And it's simple. I think what Sherry says, it doesn't take long to cover it. You just basically you're painting a picture. It's not the details, I don't think, that they're interested in. It's the fact that there is a plan and it works. And so I don't think there's, it's simple. I mean, I think people appreciate that. I know I do.
I just had a conversation with Bob Colasani, and he's using it as well. And he has done one thing added to that we don't have in here, but he actually pointed out to somebody that as a distributor, when you bring on a new dealer anymore, that you make about $190 every time that at that distributor level that you bring on somebody new. That's a pretty significant amount of money for an activity that it ought to be automatic anyway. But gee, if you bring 3 people on, and count what happens if you do 3 people in a month with the R3. But that gets up to $1,000 on a very, very part-time basis. And so it's one of the things that we can add to this qualification. I think that this one and the other document, Eric, that you're working on are going to really make our marketing plan stand out as strong as it really should. I think it's very, very powerful.
Bill, I'm sorry, Bill, we still have to decide on the preferred customer upgrade, that if they upgrade within the 30 days, they could just avail of the $777 and not pay the extra money. I really am for that, because that's a good incentive for the preferred customers. A lot of them really look forward to upgrading anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll take a look at that. You bring up a good point. We'll take a look and see what we can do with that. So, panel, I'd kind of like to hear from you a little bit today. You've all had a chance to get this month started. I know that there were a lot of people that kind of delayed getting started last month. We didn't get the month started as good as it was until about 10 or 15 days into the month, and so we really had a very, very short month. And yet people came on board. You're starting to get old people coming back. More than that, I'm seeing an awful lot of new people coming in because we are getting recruiting bonus checks, mailbox money checks going out on a regular basis, and we can see who they are. My sense is that this is where people are starting. We've got a lot of people that said, I'm going to wait till the first of the month because we're so close. And what we're seeing right now is kind of a rush of activity. Charlie, just give us an overview of what's happening in your group. What are people doing? And what do you think is going to happen this month?
This one for sure is going to be double the business volume. We start to host a meeting regularly during the past 2-3 weeks. Some people, we try to get people to come and refresh it. So like Bill was saying, a lot of people is doubting it. Are they able to receive the product? Are they able to receive a commission? Is the product working well? So we have people that ordering, they're receiving it, so we prove it to them. Product is going to be arrive in between a week. If you get your sign up a customer, sign up a dealer, you get your commission check the following. It takes about 5 to a week or so. So people are receiving it. So we want to prove it to people that this is working. So this month, I expect that we get more people come back, and also more new business also.
Yeah. So, it always gets to be a question of spending time with old people or recruiting new people. We did not really recruit everybody in the country that could be recruited in the past. And so we've got a lot of people out there. But on the other hand, we had an awful lot of good people, and I think they're doing exactly what you say. They're testing the water, and they're seeing what's good, and they're going to be building on it. I personally think that you're underestimating how good a month that it's going to be this month, but we're planning for it, and that means that we can support it. Appreciate hearing that. Ken, I know that you've got all kinds of stuff going on in your organization. Talk to us about what's happening down there.
Well, I know David Ball and has gotten kicked off, and so has Rick Stein. Rick just signed up a new dealer in Missouri. Actually, the dealer's not in Missouri. I don't remember where the dealer is, but and so people are getting re-engaged, and that's what's important, and like we talked about the other night on the call, if we don't sabotage ourselves, I think everything's going to be fine. If we just act like we got good sense and move on and don't make a big deal out of it. This is the first month for the people we're showing it to right now. So they don't know anything about the past. We don't need to tell them anything about the past except the fact that it survived and and operating and still in business and got a new technology. And that's exactly what I did Thursday night with the guy that we really contacted him back in the fall, in October, and just kind of been maintaining a relationship with him until we were ready to explain the business to him. So I think everybody's re-engaging and they're excited about the fact that we, the quicker turnaround, like Charlie was talking about to California, same way here. We're getting product in 2 and 3 days, and that's great. So I want to commend you.
All right. Well, we're keeping up on it, and it's a lot of more training. I'm glad you're out doing some more meetings and that kind of thing, because really that's what we really are starting. The people that are already in the organization are going to take their lead from what happens to their leaders. If everybody is out and starting to have success, they're going to want to probably share in that as well. Caesar, what's happening over in Houston? I know that you've got some people getting active again.
Oh,
We lose Caesar?
it's muted.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Caesar.
Okay.
All right, there you are.
I want to mention a person. He's a downline, and most of his uplines are not so active, but he's the one active, and he's the one also encouraging his upline, and he's saying them, every store will be very, very good because, we have the technology, and technology will, this is a technology company. So I know, we will be doing good in this company. But what you are busy about, because they're busy with other networking things, his upline. But what you're doing right now with your other networking activities, those are not technologies. Those are just gimmicks. Those are just spam. And you will not do well in that. You will do well in just a few days. But they will all fizzle out. But this is a technology company. We will do good in this. And already he started signing up to people last week. He called Michaela and let his 2 people sign up under Michaela. And so, and he's the one I'm telling you about, that he has an investor that will invest really a large amount of money and pour it all over, in 2 countries. So he knows the business.
Good. Outstanding. David Ball over in Arkansas. I know that you're getting active again too. What are people doing over there?
Well, the way I started reactivating our team is I got all of their website, how to, after the myairrestoreusa.com and then the /. And I made brochures for each of the dealers, the previous dealers, and put their QR code on there that would direct people to their website. And I sent packets to each of them with a letter in there telling about how the company has enhanced the comp plan, how it's has new product, it's just a new company, a new opportunity for them to start over at day one. And they're getting excited. I figured that I would go after new people. If the older people want to join now, they can. If they want to join later, they can. But I'm building our business to master manager, whether they want to come or they want to wait and come later.
Good deal. Very good. Well, I'm glad you're having some early success, because right now, each one of those people, as they start to bring somebody else on, is going to really, really increase the momentum. We're going to see this next month be really a building month. I think people are tired of waiting, and they're seeing success, and they're going to be jumping on in very, very quick order. Sherry, what's happening with you? I know you're getting ready to start meetings in the near future, aren't you?
Yes, definitely. After Easter, we already begin our regular meetings here in New Jersey. And New York is not actually set up yet, but we are getting ready for that. But the good thing is actually our activities now are half and half. Half for the people who are already existing dealers who are getting excited and getting themselves some of them still have the attitude of wait and see. But most of them, after a few weeks now, are really very happy because I cannot tell you how happy I am too of what I'm hearing about the new product, our shipping, the way we handle stuff. And so far, so good. It's really been going great. No complaints, everybody happy. So I think this month, like you said, will be a big month for all of us. And then again, we have the new dealers that are seeing our company in a new perspective. And I'm already getting ready to move again around the country, go to North Carolina, Maryland, Virginia. As soon as the weather permits, maybe we will soon be doing that. And maybe we will be needing you, Bill.
All right. Well, I'm available. I can tell you that. I'm anxious to get out and see people again. You know, got a lot to do. We're not done getting ready to launch, but we're making really, really great progress. Rick, see if you can unmute a little bit, and hopefully you're out of the wind a little bit, but I know that you're kind of getting busy too.
I'm out of the wind, but we got a lot of activity going on here. It's about ready to start, and the kids are chomping at the bit, ready to go get those eggs.
All right.
Actually, the dealer I signed up is in the health food business. He has an office in Berryville, Arkansas, and in Branson, Missouri. And he actually signed up the Berryville, Arkansas branch. And if that does well, he's going to sign up the second store.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute out again.
Okay. Well, thank you, Rick. Go catch an Easter egg. All right. Good luck with your kids there. Okay. John and Barb, what's happening up in Chicago?
Well, we just got through contacting everyone, and we encouraged them to actually upgrade to enhancements and explain the benefits thereof. You know, we get our leaders to meet with people, and if they want, they can come by our house and we'll help them with it. And we told them all that. We expect action on your head of people that are new to that contact. I don't know, 3 or 4 of them are stopping by the house, and then I do phone follow-throughs on a bunch of them. So our reaction, we're ready. We're going to go. And then let's see. I encourage them also to get the new technology and buy the new samples. And your cart got empty again, and let's get it filled up. And what else, Barb? What else we do? We're looking for a meeting place. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to find a bigger place so we can get big meetings going.
Well, you guys were my poster child for a long time when it comes to those holding meetings, and you did more business over your kitchen table than you did in any formalized meeting anywhere. I still think that's a winning formula.
Yeah, we got 3 of them this week.
Did you really? A kitchen table ones?
Well, no, coming in this week. No.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to let them off the hook. They said they're coming by.
Oh, okay. But a lot of that right now is where we need to be, because we don't need to do great big meetings when we're trying to get people in there. Let the term organic is the one that Eric always likes to use. Let the meetings grow organically. You don't have to try to force them. I just love people now, and I think with the new materials especially, that it now really is simple for anybody to do a presentation of the marketing plan on using the single page or the multiple page thing, and it has become so simple. I think we used to kind of scare people off thinking they couldn't do the marketing plan because they didn't really understand it either. But I think now it really lends itself to kitchen table type presentations.
You got a minute for 2 other questions, or is this wrong time?
Absolutely.
Okay, one guy is back and forth to Ireland constantly, and he wants to know when he can get started over there. Is there anything in the wind for it?
We don't have anything really where we're talking about doing anything internationally right now until we get launched, until we get stabilized, until we get our processes under growth. What I would encourage them to do is the product works over there already. All you need is the mechanical plug adapter so it fits whatever outlet that you've got. You don't need a transformer or anything like that, and it'll work just fine. And so I would have him start building it unofficially and do what he needs to do to get ready, because at some point we will. We're just not, it's not high on our priority list.
Another question that comes up, because I was talking so much about, selling their old inventory, upgrading with new inventory, enhance it first before they sell it so they get maximum benefits out there. And, it's better they refer the users refer people better with the newer product naturally. And they want to know, how can they liquidate a lot of their old stuff without breaking any company rules on discounting and stuff? They don't want to bastardize the price, They're looking for just any ideas some of the guys might have out there.
Sure. I can tell you, number one, that you can always use it as an inducement. The rules that we have are primarily about advertising price. And when somebody's got old inventory or something like that, number one, I think you go out and just sell it. Because that product is unique and better than anything else that's on the marketplace. And especially once you've upgraded it to the enhanced version, those things really, really work. And so my first choice would be just to go sell it. Second choice is that if you're going to do something with it, to get somebody to get started, offer them a little bonus or doing something by giving them an enhanced unit to work with, to display, something like that. Charlie, what are you doing out in California with that subject?
Is a question about the original series.
If you've got gray ones, let's call them gray ones. If you've got the enhanced version or something like that, what are people doing as far as cleaning out their inventories? Because nobody wants to go out and cut price.
Oh, I say use the old one for the demo, for the loan out, and when the people want to get it, they get the element. So you still need inventory on your hand to loan out the unit to do the demo and things like that. And when you show the gray one and they get the white one, they're so happy.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it. And I say, if you really want to give your own refer, if somebody say, I'm not going to register on the computer just to become a preferred customer, I just want to buy from you directly. And I'm going to refer you another customer if I can. And can I get a unit? I will tell them, if you refer the customer directly to me, they pay cash, they not register from the company, you get a gray one from me.
So you're kind of running your own referral program, your own. Wait a minute, competitor. Yeah. I'm trying to think how that works, but good. That's a really good point to do.
Because if they refer to me, I make $130. I can give out one of the gray unit. It's almost like I make half of $130. So it's the same. If you're able to register it, you get a white one from the company. If you don't want it, you want it fast, get it from me. I'll give a 65. I mean, I give a gray one.
Well, John, you got to admit those are pretty good suggestions.
Oh yeah, yes they are. The main point was people are a little afraid because they know this company's growing and going to get really big and they're going to be part of it, and they're afraid of blowing, getting kicked out of the club, so to speak, because they made a mistake.
Absolutely.
Wrong way.
Well, I'm glad they feel that way. That's really good, because we do protect each other by obeying the rules. I was going to ask you, Ken, if you had any thoughts on it.
I agree with Charlie. You use what you got. You use it to the best benefit of what you got. They don't know what it is. They'll go to the website. They see the white one, and yet you can demo the enhanced version just as well as you can the white one. And that's what I would do, is use the enhanced ones. We don't have a white one running in our house. except one. That's an experimental unit. That's, and so, you know, you use what you got to use it up. And the other thing is if you have warranty claims with the customer, you know, we have some of the original version. We just swap with them and we send it back in and get it enhanced. You know, when it's being repaired, we just get it enhanced all in one motion, so to speak. And that way we're building back with the enhanced units. And so you know, use what you got, use it to the best of benefit. You can always use it as an incentive. We're involved in the chamber and other things, and from time to time they're looking for gifts or auction items or things like that. We use the enhanced to auction them off if that's, you know, if that's what we do, and or, you know, wherever you can use it.
Sure.
You don't throw it away.
Yep. No. And you know, sometimes when we take a look at, that's one of the hazards, is we keep moving technology forward, and we think the old ones are old and icky, and they are not. They're better than anybody else has got already. There's no product out there that even comes close, even on the very first one, to doing what ours did.
I'm still using my Galaxy 3 phone.
Okay, I'm not so sure I would advertise that. So, Lori, I haven't had a chance to talk with you. What are you and Dave doing? Got her surprised there. Well, give her a chance. Lori?
Well, I've been pursuing, we've been pursuing people at, when we go out, and we're going to be doing more, but I really haven't had much time to do much. I'm not sure what he's doing because he's on his other side. So.
Yep, he's just about ready to come back to and start working with the rest of the world.
I'll tell you one thing he's done is he's rearranged his schedule, hadn't he, Laurie, so that from now on he's going to have more time during the week rather than working the schedule he was working, which will free him up to do more meetings. And so we're excited about that.
Exactly.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that as well. So let's see, who have I not called on? Caesar, have you, I guess we talked about you. Anybody got a question that we need to address in the remaining part of the time we have here?
I got one.
Okay, Ken?
How are we pricing the 4-pack and the 8-pack?
The 4-pack and the 8-pack, the 4-pack is 5% off of the common price, the dealer price. So it's just a plain 5% discount off of that.
Off of what?
Off of the wholesale price.
Yeah, but so if somebody's signing up with a 4-pack, they're still doing the 777 on the first 2 and then 5% off on the next 2? No, we're not. The way it's set up right now, and we may be changing that, because right now the only thing that we have is that we have set the 4-pack up as a purchase after somebody is in the business, Okay.
and the same way with the 8. And so the 777, the dealer, the 777 special does not enter into it.
Okay.
And then it's just a plain 10% off on the 8-pack. But
Okay.
and the PV remains the same for it. So they're just basically making a volume discount by purchasing it 4 at a time or 8 at a time.
So they sign up with the 777 and then they make their purchase of 4 or 8. Okay.
Correct.
You got
Correct.
that, David Ball?
So, you know, and it's one of those things that we will be taking a look at as we start to put some of our special programs together. But the standard for it right now is, as I just said, that you don't do it as the initial sign up.
So,
Okay.
Bill, does that mean that 10% off is 280, 10% off is you minus 228 off?
Yep.
So it's 252. Okay.
Yes. That's a very significant savings. That is not a small savings.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you reserve it for people that are going to buy a significant quantity, because an 8-pack is a lot of product to get rid of unless you have a plan. And so we make it worthwhile.
Hey, Bill, I got a question.
Yes, sir, Rick.
We're promoting, we're in the HVAC business, of course, and we're promoting, installations and change outs of whole home systems with the air conditioning. And I was wondering, can I have any kind of a giveaway with an air pure with a whole house installation? Is that against the rules for me to do that, to give somebody one of those when they install a system?
As long as see, that doesn't hurt anything, because that promotes and increases the value of the product. Because if you give somebody a value for that, and you're not saying I'm giving it to you for free, what you're giving them is a value for the service that you've done, that just increases the value of the product. Right. That's perfectly good. In fact, I like the idea.
Yeah, these systems can run anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000, for whole house systems. So a little extra value helps.
Yep, perfect. Love it. Well,
Awesome.
Eric, do you have anything we need to address?
Nope. I think we're good.
All right. Well, we've got a lot of work to do yet. We've got a short month. I can't believe it's already the end of the first week in April. Things are starting to happen. Things were continuing to happen right on. We think we're on schedule. We think we're going to be able to accomplish everything that we said we were going to do by the time we get to the end of the month. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do yet. Everybody does. So I just appreciate everybody on the panel, everybody that's looking at this, to be able to continue on and be able to start building so we get to the end of the month and get to our big launch that we're going to have starting in May. So with that, I would just wrap things up here. One of the things I like to do at the end of every meeting, or at least one time in the meeting, is recognize the fact that we do have we've been blessed in so many ways. We every time we turn around, we are either protected from ourselves or given another blessing. And I always think it's worthwhile to take time every day and just recognize the source of those blessings and the responsibility that comes from it. And so with that, I just think we should give thanks. And David Ball, would you mind putting it in words?
Father, I thank you so much for the opportunities that you've given us through, most of all, your grace and your love, and for providing Bill the information and his thoughts that he could invent and develop such a wonderful company and product. And Father, I know that it's all because of you that we are enjoying this. We'll enjoy the future growth. And Father, we just give you the praise. Ask you to bless each of our businesses as we go out this week. Bless Bill and Eric and the leadership in this company, and direct their actions, their thoughts. And Father, we ask this in your precious name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dave. Well, everybody, thank you, panel. Thank you for taking your time out of this Saturday morning. And God bless every one of you, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
All right.
Bye, everyone.